Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to Mozzarella. Welcome back to the World Series 2022. Another round one. We are getting through these games for sure. There's a lot happening lately. Up in the top right today, we're on Canyon Frost. Originally called Canyon of the Dead, but it was changed to like a winter version. This, in my opinion, is the better version. We'll introduce the map in a second. We've got Ner up in the top right with the Cyan China Infantry. Down in the bottom left today, favorite here today, I think, to win this match, we have RenGo down in the bottom left with the GLA Stealth in the blue color. Making a ton of workers, sending them all around. Quick introduction to the map. You've got two supplies in your main base, your main one being that one. This one tends to run out pretty quickly because these supplies are on the like 3.7k. Same for the other player in that side as well. You've got your two safe supplies. Then you do have a third. I always talk about map design. Well, I don't always talk about it, but I think about it at least, whether I tell you guys or not. But I think a lot of the best map designs have two safe supplies, and then you have a third supply that's like reachable and doable, but it's also a little bit of a risk if you take it because it's a little bit open. Worker tends to get there a little bit later and stuff like that. So yeah, some of the best maps, you'll notice that kind of pattern. At least I think, like Snowy Drought, most played map currently. Maybe of all time. It's definitely the most popular map at the moment. Has exactly the same setup, and a lot of it's come from that, actually. Then you've got the oils. Don't forget about the oils. And a lot of the time you end up with a kind of a top versus bottom, but the line through the middle also means it could be, you could have a diagonal line through. They've divided the bases. RenGo entering the base now of Ner. I don't really know much about Ner at all, but RenGo's been playing for an absolute age since the dawn of Zero Hour, I think. And one dozer there gets picked off. It's 4 RPGs, and I like the success of that so far. You popped open an outpost and killed one dozer. I don't understand why that one's just been sent to his death, though. Flamer here for Ner. It's not got retaliation on, which I probably wouldn't have retaliation on myself, but I would at least be looking at my units. Should be doing a flame wall there, trying to kill that tunnel, but he's just not paying attention at all. I think he's completely occupied by this. But that technical, will it be able to get around that mountain? I don't think. I think it was actually going to go past there, to be honest. Yeah, it was actually going to go past. I thought it was completely blocked off. A truck comes out of its hole to look like it's going to get the crush, but it's actually not getting the crush. But yeah, shame for RenGo there. If it had been a little bit quicker with that, I think he could have got around and got the dozer hunt. Could be a massive game changer at that point. Completely missed this in the base, by the way. Completely missed that. Looks like an outpost. Straight across the map has gone down, gone straight into the heart of the base and ran into a tunnel. Yeah, I apologize, missed that. But RenGo down at the bottom right with a worker. He's got a worker here. He's got a complete surround on the inf base, really. Yeah, terrible of me, that. Missing a unit going straight across the map. I think I was so distracted by what RenGo was doing the dozer hunt, but I think RenGo was distracted by what was happening in his base. Professional level casting of replays there for you. Propaganda now being built by Ner. Technical enter in the base again. Is he going to find the dozer this time? He's got a good chance of finding it because the dozer's currently exposed. No reaction so far from Ner. Tech RPG drops off some RPGs. What is RenGo doing, man? Just weird. Why would you drop 2 RPGs there? It just doesn't make any sense. No reaction whatsoever, so he deserves here to lose his dozer. Oh, the flame ball finishes off the dozer. Okay, Ner is pressing out on the map, though. It takes out this tunnel, but there is a more forward tunnel here from RenGo. Remember, any damage now that gets done to these buildings will not be able to be repaired. Even a tiny bit done to the barracks there. So if RenGo can just go for some kind of a counter here, tech terror or tech RPG or quads or anything, any damage you can do here, might be able to take out the power with that tunnel. But Ner is pushing into the base, though. RenGo does pop some units, but he's probably going to lose some quads here. Loses one. There's also a push here from Ner in the front of the base. Should probably group these up. Should probably evac that as well, because all of these tank hunters will go half HP if you let it get popped open. And RenGo moving in now to engage with the quads. He's at risk of losing a lot of quads here, because these tank hunters are grouped up. They are getting the horde bonus. But I think Ner is just too split up with his units. Like having that group and that group separate just allows RenGo to clear things up. He's also engaging this tunnel with the help of the quads. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's GG for Ner there. The RPG's already going to work on the power plant. Any shot here done cannot be reversed. Yeah, any damage done cannot be reversed, cannot be repaired, cannot be rebuilt, that power if it goes down. RenGo continuing to creep forward with a massive amount of tunnels. RenGo trying to get the oils. Everything's looking positive here for RenGo. Although, yeah, some weird movements from RenGo, like dropping off them RPGs there, which didn't achieve anything. Bit indecisive sometimes. Did lose a few quads, but he's getting his oils. His third supply is established as well. And that is it. Ner has been defeated, yeah. So like I said, I think RenGo is the favourite here, and does establish himself with a 1-0 there. Possible to win in the reverse as well. Not impossible at all. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, jumping into the next match, we have Ner down in the bottom left now with the GLA Stealth in the cyan colour. It's actually quite a nice matchup all round, Stealth and Inf, to be honest. It's winnable both ways for sure. Up in the top right now, we have RenGo with the China Infantry in the purple colour. Okay, RenGo going for 2 supplies. A little bit indecisive again. You can see the path there of the dozer. He was heading over here, and then he changed his mind and went over there. It's also not a perfect supply. Neither is this one going to be perfect either. All these little things will add up, and it will definitely get punished in the future rounds. Who does he go up against next? Is it RenGo and Marikar? Yeah, RenGo and Marikar, if... are in the same kind of bracket. If RenGo wins here, he will go on to face Marikar. All of this stuff is going to get heavily punished against Marikar. It will need to be spot on if he does progress. But maybe we're counting Ner out a bit early here. What's he got in plan for this particular game? Yeah, look at all the truck movement, man. And those mines there, by the way, are going to make this even worse. Really bad truck control. Truck movement. Okay, truck rush here from RenGo gets shut down. He gets a grenade tech on his first technical. No does. Yeah, look at this. It's really, really bad. Flamer from RenGo heading down to the bottom right. We'll probably find that worker. Tunnels and RPGs just dotted around for Ner. Take RPG from Ner. Picks off one dozer, but doesn't achieve a lot else. RenGo not interested in moving his dozer currently. Doesn't take any damage on it anyway, but he would have been probably moving that back anyway, just in case he got hunted. Could be the difference between winning and losing the game. RenGo pushing forward with an outpost. Going to probably clear this tunnel. Does clear the tunnel. Worker not running off. Just going to stand there and die to the tank hunters. There's a flamer now down in the bottom right. There is an oil cap coming in for Ner. Does RenGo see that? No, it's just out of vision of the flamer. So Ner's going to get a huge cash boost from that, especially if he's got a rebel heading to the top left as well. Currently he doesn't. One minigun at evac fights the terrorist there from Ner. So RenGo now attacking from 2 locations. Flamer coming in from the right and backed up by an outpost, but they're actually going to converge on the same location. Big pop here from Ner. Of quad's going to chase away that Flamer, not currently being backed up by the outpost, and again hesitant there from RenGo. If I was RenGo, I'd be putting some units in some of these buildings that completely seals it off from the GLA until there's a toxin tractor on scene. Okay, RenGo with an outpost straight into the main base of Ner. He could run into this tunnel. Big pop there could kill the outpost. Currently no pop though. There is a terrorist. Oh, RenGo. It's one of the worst outposts I've seen in my life, honestly. Yeah, against an expert player like Marikar next, if whoever progresses here is going to get heavily punished. You've got to be on point with some of these things, and running an outpost straight into a tunnel and a terrorist is not the thing to do. I think Nur handled that correctly, actually. Let the terrorist do the work and then pop after. That's exactly what he did. But now he's probably going to lose all of his quads because there's so many outposts here. One outpost falls. A lot of quads going down as well, though. Bit of a trade-off, but that palace is probably going to get stopped. I actually prefer it on this map to do it like more in the middle of your base, because that palace there is really exposed. There's no supporting tunnels by it, apart from this one. And that palace now will get cancelled. Is he even going to get the money back? Yeah, he does get the money back, but being reset on the palace at this stage in the game, when the opponent's actually on a prop as well, it's not a good position to be in. Big pop here from RenGo on the outpost, but there's a lot of quads and a tunnel. Going to clear it all up, and RenGo... Yeah, RenGo's struggling here, I think. Losing a ton of stuff. Nur's actually ahead in XP against the Inf, which you don't normally expect, because you don't actually get XP from killing the outpost. You get it from the individual infantry inside. So yeah, more often than not, you see the infantry get to level 3 like way before the GLA does. But RenGo's lost so much that Nur's actually ahead in XP. But I think one of the reasons RenGo just has so little on the map, not only has he been wasting all these outposts, but also because them supplies are so bad, his income is probably like half of what it should be. You could argue he should have macroed up. He should be on a third. You should also argue he should have a Lotus in play, getting the oils, which Nur currently has both oils. So yeah, a bit lackluster here from RenGo, because... Yeah, as soon as you go up against an expert like Marikar Vivid, which I'm sure is some of the next rounds ahead of either of these players, if you've not 5-0'd someone like Nur with a flawless play, then you've got zero chance against the likes of Vivid Marikar, in my opinion. Okay, artillery platform getting captured by the Lotus. It's the first time we've seen Lotus in action. She could have got this as well. Would have boosted the healing on all the vehicles, like the outposts and stuff. Even though they get healed already, they would get extra healed. The oil didn't get captured by the Lotus. Just the artillery platform. Lotus now heading into the base. Beacon in the base by RenGo where the tunnel is. Lotus can now do some cash hack or steal the supply. CC being built by RenGo is now expanded to his third. I actually quite like doing an extra supply there, so you're on 4 supplies and get those crates. Getting the money faster, I think, is worth it. But in the long run, it's more efficient not to build that extra supply. Depends if you want the money now or later. Personally, I think it's better now. Okay, Lotus did a cash hack, but there is a quad cannon on the case, so Lotus won't be able to do any more cash hack in there. Is she going to run into a tunnel, though? She needs to go left immediately, yeah. There she is. Next wave from RenGo is going to continue his push. He's still not level 3. Nearly 10 minutes into the game. Jarman Kell is now out, as are a bunch of quads. Black Market is up. No workers' shoes. Scud Storm being built. Lotus runs into a tunnel. Yeah, nice little free kill there by Nur. 2 oils still in play for Nur. No defense here for RenGo. You'd expect a couple of bunkers. If you watch a play like Boyka, when he takes this area as China, he'll have like bunker, 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 literally all the way across there. But at least like one is infantry, because the bunkers are so strong. You get free mines. Only cost $700. They build so fast. Massive outpost army, but there's also a massive quad army and a bit of a trade-off here because the CC has been picked off, having to be rebuilt now by possibly RenGo's last dozer. But also these outposts are rushing into the base. Needs an angry mob here. An angry mob would be very nice. It'd completely shut down that attack, chase it away. Meanwhile, you could continue your counter-attack here. AP ammo in place by Nur. Where have those quads actually come from? And 3 of them are actually stuck there. Could be 3 kills there by RenGo. Battle bus actually pops from the tunnel, takes out 2 outposts, and along with Jean and Kel has actually sniped a load of infantry. Okay, battle bus comes in once again, pops open, another outpost. RenGo continues to try and clear the supply. No ECMs in the mix, though. Nur's floating 10k, by the way. Scudstorm is now out. 4 minutes and 30 until it fires. RenGo's finally level 3 and got a CC, so carpet and artillery is heading across the map. If you do carpet and artillery together, though, you pretty much are looking for that carpet because you've just been alerted that it's coming. It's going to be on the palace, which the Lotus found earlier, actually, when she suicided herself. But the palace survives. Was the targeting bad by the artillery there? I think it was, because level 2 artillery and carpet should almost always kill the palace. So I think too many of the artillery shells are landing outside of the palace, which I find a little bit weird. I think the targeting was a little bit off. Yeah, very strange, and quite a blow there for RenGo, because that's both of your support powers kind of wasted, because it can just be repaired. Yeah, and he still has the palace, so Jarman, Kel, Scudstorm's markets, all that kind of stuff can still be built. Next wave from RenGo, ready to go down in the bottom right. Oil and refined... Oh, sorry, oil and artillery platform is dead. But the oil in the top belongs to RenGo, actually. So yeah, Nur had really good chances here, and he still does have a good chance. But he's lost a lot of map control very quick. And XP is now even, whereas Nur was miles ahead before. Is RenGo now, like, warming up or something? Don't know. Okay, Mig's now out. Only one, though. Lotus heading down to the bottom right. Is she going to try and capture that? You can actually capture both of them, you know, and it actually stacks. I think it probably stacks with the subliminal meshing as well. So your outposts will be healing insanely fast. Okay, RPG is now going to enter these buildings. Not sure why these buildings are empty, though. Did they get evac by RenGo? Did they get cleared earlier with a toxin tractor? And I just wasn't paying attention. RenGo goes inside of his nice little building here. But Tijaman running around. Scudstorm going to fire in less than 2 minutes. RenGo probably under a bit of pressure to do something sooner rather than later. Don't really want to be taking that Scudstorm to the face, but he probably has no choice because surrounded by tunnels, it's stealthed itself. But the question is, where is a really good target for the Scudstorm, honestly? Where is the really good target? I don't think it's worth using on that oil. I think that's easily TNT-able. Scudstorm probably is the best target is there. Maybe there. Could argue the third supply quite important as well. But there's no, like, real super key target. I mean, if you knew the hackers were there, probably that area, the whole area there. It's good for a Scud Storm. Kill the hackers, probably kill the prop, kill the bunker. The barracks, yeah, but no, probably is going to get to fire it. I don't think RenGo's going to be able to stop it. If you can't stop it, there's no point rushing into engagements that's going to lose you the game anyway. If you have to take a Scud to the face, you just take it. Carpet bomb coming in. Is that going to be on the Scud Storm? It's on a market, actually, but he will find the Scud when he does it, because he's probably forgotten where it is, because he hasn't beaconed it. But is he looking, though? Does he know? Because it's going to re-stealth in a second. Yeah, it does re-stealth. A pro tip for you is if your building is getting attacked, which is stealth, but you're actively repairing it with a worker as well, it even like remains stealth, like even when it's under attack. Okay, Mig's now coming in. Jarman is now Vet 3, but not to be confused with Vet 3 Jarman on a bike, because he's not on a bike. Mig goes down, suicides himself. Oh, for the greater cause. Yeah, does get the Jarman kill. GLA tactics, suicide tactics. But RenGo's really struggling here. He is struggling. There is a rebel on a bike scouting for a target. Has been revealed, so RenGo knows this is around. Rebel on a bike is not moving fast enough. Probably going to get killed by the outpost. Ooh, it survives, actually, on half HP. This Scud Storm, man, are you going to fire it, or are you just going to wait? He's looking for a target, but he's heard the hackers. He's got the scan ability. Why is he not scanning, looking for these things?
A warrior has fallen.
He's got another Rebel on the bike here. Don't think chasing that's a good idea. Nah, you're just going to lose more units. Just go back, man. Just cut your losses. Go back. Almost loses a Vet 3 quad there. But is he still scanning? The RenGo artillery is on the way. Probably going to be on that tunnel. Probably will get the cancel on that tunnel as well. Scud Storm fired. And it is going to be in an okay location. There's a chance it might not kill the war factory. Might leave it super low. That unit is dead. But I don't understand why the scans have not been looking for... Does kill the war factory. And 2 outposts. It's a very nice Scud, to be fair. Considering you don't know where the hackers are. But you could argue that the hackers should be found. You should be making multiple radar vans. You should have like 3 radar vans. And always scanning, beaconing where they are. When you find a group of them, that's where a rebel ambush or a Jarman on a bike, or even a rebel on a bike, could actually clear them all up if they're scanned. But Jarman on a bike will wreck them fast. Vet 3 Jarman on a bike will wreck them even faster. Carpet bomb comes in. That's going to be nice. Ooh, they hit back in the tunnel just in time. RPGs do die there. Okay, Jean-Michel snipes and ECM. It's a lot longer of a game than I thought this, you know. It is a lot longer. Markets dotted all the way around the map. I think both players still in an okay position economically. There's so many hackers dotted around. You can see the whole map, like, glowing with the invisible hackers. But I don't quite understand just quads still against fully loaded outposts. Even though these are strong quads, you're also losing a lot of them, and I don't know if you want to lose all of these quads, honestly. This is the bulk of your defense. Trades them off, kills a few outposts, loses every single quad though. Yeah, RenGo has a ton of hackers. 2 Scud Storms now up, though, so he still needs to be scanning. I don't know why there's not a second and third van. I don't think he's scanned any single hacker. Has he even used the scan ability at all? Like, he's got the ability. He's literally got it there on the side of his map, but where is he clicking with it? Oh, there we go. Found 2 hackers. Congratulations. Where's the beacon now? Because you're going to forget about them in about 20 seconds.
What's the job?
He's queued his arms dealer. He's just queued his arms dealer. He's putting a Jarman on a bike. Okay, here we go. This is the action that we have been waiting for. Jarman on a bike. Just be careful you don't run into an outpost or you're going to be dead. Okay, carpet and massive attack there from RenGo. Jarman Kell stopped, getting his building captured. Carpet bomb almost kills the Lotus. Forces the sale of the supply. Jarman Kell back in action. Found 1 hacker, goes down to some outposts. Don't know, man. Don't know. Needed to do more than that, honestly. He's got hackers dotted around everywhere. There's even a nuclear missile being built by RenGo. Nurse floating 10k again. It's possible to camp it out. It is possible with it, because you can just hold the line with the bounty money. Get to level 5, get to sneak attack. The nuclear missile's not going to do as much damage against the stealth as the Scud is going to do against the Inf. But he needs to be scanning more, honestly. He literally scan. I've seen him scan once. He might have scanned a couple of other times. But he didn't even beacon when he found the hackers. Yeah, he could argue as well, too many tunnels here and not enough stingers. I would dot in a few stingers here and there because it will help crack open the outpost a lot more easily. Mine drop in front of some of the tunnels. Snipe comes in from Jean Michel on the Flamer. Big pop here of quads, but right in front of all the fully loaded outposts. There's going to be a trade-off again. These quads are strong, but they're not that strong. Not against all of these. That was quite a Fargo pop, actually. Lost all of his stuff. And there's a Scud Storm ready. Is he going to have to use this defensively, or is he going to use it in the base? The thing is, he hasn't been scanning, so he doesn't know. He doesn't know where to fire the Scud Storm. Potentially MP coming in from RenGo. Is that going to disable the only Scud? Oh no, is it that one ready to fire again?
Launching Scud Storm.
Okay, he fires the Scud Storm defensively. RenGo moving out.
Our base is under attack.
But it is going to kill a chunk of the army. Big quad pop again.
Well done, then. You have reached.
And yeah, a bit of a mutually assured destruction there. Loads of quads went down, but equally loads of outposts got cleared. So RenGo's still in it. Still got a decent income. Do these markets outweigh the amount of hackers that RenGo has got? RenGo's mined out there, whereas Ner's actually still collecting from here. Carpet bomb comes in, wipes out a load of defenses. The massive hole in the base now, which exposes these 2 Scud Storms. Okay, we can see scan. The thing is, he's got sneak attack now, and he's got anthrax bomb because he's level 5. But he's just not beaconing. No rebel ambush, no sneak. Oh, here's the anthrax bomb. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. He wiped out a load there. Fair enough. A bit risky because you don't know how many outposts are here. Could have shut it down before it reached the target. But regardless, though, it did hit its target. But yeah, still need to be scanning. I'd be looking for an internet center, you know, because I'm actually quite surprised that RenGo doesn't have an internet center. But have we seen Nurse scan this area at all? Usually scan where the barracks are. Sneak attack used right underneath the army there of RenGo. Did it kill 1 unit or not? Did they all escape alive? Lotus just kind of chilling here by this downed tower. RenGo just chilling. He doesn't know where to go. Ner has another Scud Storm ready to fire. He had scanned there, so he knows there's MiGs, but like he often just waits for ages when it's ready to shoot. Like it could be counting down again already now. But yeah, he's waiting. He's sending in another rebel on a bike, but he's just not using his radar van enough. He's in the base again, but I mean, what do you want to find exactly there? You already know there's nothing there. There could be more hackers, yeah, but you still need a scan to find it. He's going to run onto the mines. Scud Storm is fired. Where's he fired it? Okay, he's hit here. He's going to get a couple of hackers, and he's going to get the prop and the barracks, which is going to slow RenGo down and build him more. Yeah, I think that's going to send RenGo too economically behind now. If we do a hacker count, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And if we include RenGo himself, 14. Take carpet and mine drop. Just killed his mines. Okay, right on top of each other. I don't understand. Don't understand that. Okay, Infernos. Oh, the transition unit for RenGo. Does he need to win now? Because if he gets Anthrax bombed there or this Scud Storm there, can he rebuild that anytime soon because of these because of the hacker situation? I don't think he has enough now to keep up the same level of spam. There is a nuke ready to fire in a second. And the Scud going to be ready to fire in 20 seconds. Nuke has been fired. I'm pretty sure it is here. On top of all the defenses and the Scud Storm. Scud Storm takes a massive beating. Another Scud is ready to fire in 6 seconds. I think that is the one, actually. Big pop of quads here. And Ner is really trying to hold with these quads. Does take out a load of outposts. The screen is glowing with the nuclear strike. Why is my screen literally so white? Am I literally right in the mushroom cloud? I think I am. Need to fire that Scud soon, man, because I would say hesitation is going to get you killed. If you don't fire that soon, you're going to lose it. Pretty sure that is the one to fire. What is he doing? Sneak attack. You're about to lose the Scud. Oh no, that isn't the one. It's this one. Okay, lucky for him, but I mean, you've still lost the Scud. It's actually a sneak attack from the back. It's going to kill one outpost so far, but still runs into more outposts. RenGo having some quite good success with this attack, to be fair. He's got more units coming across the map. DoMiNaToR snipes the flamer. CC now being hit. More quads. Not even like one buggy, one angry mob. Just doing it the old-fashioned way, just quad spam. Ner floating 13k. He's getting a load of bounty money from this though. EMP disables a lot of quads. DoMiNaToR caught in the EMP as well, but it doesn't make any difference to him. But he is kind of stuck actually on a quad. DoMiNaToR does get picked off, reveals himself a little bit too close to the outposts. Outposts all getting cleared, and Ner holds and got a 15k float. It should be comfortably winnable from there for Ner, to be honest. Because RenGo's kind of... Oh no, he has built a prop. Is he still making the hackers though? I think he's cut out the hackers now. Scud Storm ready to fire for Ner. It's going to be over on this right side. Going to get the MiGs and maybe that barracks, but there's no hackers there. Ner's still floating like 14k. Scud Storm does kill the MiGs and the power plant. Gets himself some more bounty money there as well. Still loads and loads of quads. Not one angry mob, not one terrorist, not one buggy, anything like that. All of those things would be really good against these outposts. But, I mean, he's still clearing up the outposts, but just imagine how much easier it would be with some of them things. Just even like 2 buggies. And Ner floating like close to 20k now. And RenGo continuing to spam across the map, but it's only like 2 weak outposts now. I think Ner's done it, you know? he has camped RenGo out of the match. RenGo's still going though. Something else coming from RenGo now. It's like a minigunner drop and a mine drop, I think. A mine drop. This one could be a minigunner drop. I'm not convinced it's the EMP because we just saw that a second ago, didn't we? I'm not even sure what it was. Did he drop minigunners back here? Or something? I don't know. Either way, it gets stopped. And they're still floating 13k. RenGo's still going for the hackers. He's still trying. I mean, we like a tryer. We do like a tryer. But I would have preferred him to try to get perfect supplies in the beginning of the game. That would have had bigger impact than making hackers 32 minutes into the game, I think. RenGo actually had a Lotus inside of his outpost. I think that he just evac'd and put inside this building. The quads are actually going to be the first to find the hackers. They're actually running over the hackers. Every hacker that dies here is so valuable because they're all Vet 3 now. They've been hacking for so long. And yeah, Nerd just runs into the base. Going to kill this bunker now. RenGo's economy, I think, is just a little bit too far behind now. Nerd's still floating 10k. He should also be backing up these attacks with a worker in a tunnel. So like he's done that there. He should be also creeping forward again. I think he's going to find the hackers again, you know. But by accident, just by running them over. Ooh, those hackers, man. They're so lucky. Ooh, no, no, no. Oh, they're all dead. One survives. Carpet bomb comes in. Could be massive. But I just wonder, is there too much from near here? He has literally just brute force quad cannoned his way to a victory here and outcamped RenGo. GG, well played. But yeah, a little bit lackluster for me. The horrible supply placement from RenGo, often just wasting outposts. Often just losing loads of quads to mass outposts, not mixing in any units. But we've got to remember we're not watching super experts here. We are watching a level below that at least. But yeah, 1-1 goes the score so far. Okay, down in the south, we've got USA Air Force, this time on Vendetta for Nur. Up north, we've got RenGo. Gilet Demolition in the orange for him. Some of these players liking a very far away supply, aren't they? I think Demolition is the weaker army here. You need to get the damage done. You need to get a few TNTs off at least. Followed by probably quads or a mixture of technicals and quads. Yeah, you need to get some damage done. A real arms dealer is going to be built by RenGo. His technical will be super quick out of there. But he's not leaving himself much cash to play with. To build additional tunnels. Saying that, though, actually, he has. But, I mean, if you want to build all your workers on there and all your workers on there and then build an extra tunnel, you don't have the cash to do it now because it's locked away in there. Whereas if it was a fake, you'd have the cash to start doing it. Your arms dealer would be 1 second delayed or whatever, but I think it's worth doing. Why you see all the pros pretty much drop down to fake barracks. Okay, tunnel established on the right. Tunnel trying to be established on the left. V straight down the middle there from Nur. Gonna go and try to harass or deny any tunnels. You probably will find this one on the left. Yeah, that one gets denied. A bit ambitious, that. And hoping that a V doesn't go over there to find it. I would probably have preferred a tunnel in the middle, because then you'd have a position in the mid and on the right. Oh, Nur's actually gone for King Raptors. Shuts down the TNT there of RenGo. First TNT, ideally, you do want to hit something. Now there's King Raptors out. It forces you to make quads. And if you're making quads, then the V's counter that. So it's very difficult now for RenGo. Some difficult decisions to make. He's loading up technicals inside of his tunnel. Big RPG push on the right side. 5 RPGs. You could just fly the King Raptor over or some Chinooks and then go and clear it with the Vs. There is 1 quad out, but I think got sufficient time to kill the RPGs. 3 RPGs go down for 1 V. Bit of an even trade. Technical going to enter the base. Quad's coming in. Do focus down the quad. Ooh, quad's not dead though. And this V gets picked off in the end. Still a bit of a trade-off though. 1 quad, 1 technical, 1 V went down. Missile defenders now in play. Nurse dropped down a barracks. Sneaky worker on the left again. One more King Raptor gets picked off. Sorry, one more quad gets picked off by the King Raptors, rather. And the technical's now in play. Trying to pick off some of these Vs. Might pick off 1 here, but going to lose a lot of technicals in the process. And 2 Vs go down. All the technicals have been cleared. RPGs pick off a Dozer. Bad control there on the Chinook. Other Dozer is alive, but it is completely exposed. If I was Ner, I'd be thinking, hang on, I've just lost 1 Dozer. Where's my other one? Now I need to protect the other one. Get it right in the middle of the base. Do not leave it exposed right where the opponent's building a tunnel. I don't think he can see the tunnel. Oh yeah, he can see the tunnel. That's even worse. You don't want to be building it like that. You want to. That needs to be back here, potentially even inside of one of the Chinooks. Because you've got the stronger army here. You don't need to be taking risks like that. Worker gets stopped building a 95% tunnel on the left. Kind of chill mode now, actually. And just chilling with 2 King Raptors circling around his base. He's got a fire base established on the left. He's building up a decent number of Vs. Is he building a strat? Yeah, he is. As soon as that strat's deployed, RenGo is really up against it, honestly. He's got no palace. Double arms dealer against search and destroy Vs supported by King Raptors. That's like a very deadly combo. You do not want to be against. Need more aggressive tunnels on the sides. Quads coming in from all angles. TNT is coming in from all angles. But yeah, RenGo just choosing to sit back at the moment. But as soon as that search and destroy is deployed, these Vs become pretty unkillable based on what RenGo has at the moment. Vs continue to push down the right hand side. A little bit hesitant. Is he looking for a demo trap? I think he is. Tunnel going to be cleared. I think this is a game for Ner, you know. I think he's surprising me a bit here. Honestly, I expected a 5-0 from RenGo probably. Just because I've never heard of Ner before. But it looks like Ner's actually the stronger player here. Search and Destroy now deployed. But there's a lot of technicals showing up. And suddenly these Vs are in a little bit of trouble. 2 Vs so far picked off. Needs to just sit tight behind that bunker now. A lot of technicals here from RenGo losing their life. They should have took what they could, would quit while they were ahead. They picked off 2 Vs and forced them into the corner. But they hung around and RenGo's lost everything for the sake of 2 Vs. His whole army. He's on the 3rd supply, so he's economically ahead. He's got control of the left supply as well, and a presence in mid now. But these Vs might be able to finish it alone. Never mind the support from the King Raptors. These are running into a little bit of a sticky situation. Personally, would have stuck around the edge of the base. But it does not matter. Every single V, it remains alive and RenGo defeated. Wow, I did not expect this, honestly. Usually when I go into a set, I know roughly what the scoreline's going to be. It's hard not to spoil it sometimes for myself, but I did not expect a 2-1 for Ner here, honestly, yeah. GG, and we'll see the re. Okay, up in the north, we've got Ner with the Jelly Demolition in the cyan color. Down in the south, we've got RenGo now with a stronger army. He is with the USA Air Force in the green. Okay, looks like 2 supplies from RenGo. Up in the north, got Looks like a pretty standard build order. Workers pretty aggressive. One in the mid, one on the left, one on the right. Ideally, if you do get a tunnel up on the right, a tunnel up in the mid, and on the left, that's like all the positions you need to be in to win against there. Because you do need to be aggressive. You can't just sit back, let him get search and destroy Vs like we saw before with supported by air units. You don't want that. You don't really want the game going late either, because the support powers are insane for USA Air Force. So yeah, you do want to be aggressive. I like the fake arms dealer here from Nur. I wonder if Nur is some undercover guy, by the way. Or if he has another name. Usually people have another name. Okay, should be a technical coming out soon. Yep. RenGo with the classic triangle box, but it's not actually a triangle box. He's left probably 2 holes in it. Against the demo, that is susceptible to a TNT, a double TNT. TNT comes straight through though, runs straight into 2 Vs, and the first TNT gets stopped. Bad news for the demo, honestly. Very, very bad news. You do not want to be losing your first TNT. Ideally, all your first few attacks from the demo need to be hitting. Your tech RPG needs to kill a dozer and a V, and your first TNT needs to kill a supply or a supply and a war factory double or something like that. That first technical, as soon as you see the V, you should be turning around or going around the V. Not just running straight into it. In the hope that it might not be loaded, or just not paying attention. Nice micro here from RenGo. Nice awareness of a possible attack from the right and on the left too. Micro in 2 places. Takes out 2 quads. And yeah, the first few attacks here for Nur all shut down. Not good for the demo. Not a position you want to be in. V's now pushing across the map, maybe, on the left-hand side. Technical straight down the middle. It's going to run into MDs though. Laserlock comes in from RenGo, so he is paying attention now. TNT, what will it kill? It's going to kill a barracks. That's it. Yeah. He's now pushing down the left-hand side, and it's looking pretty good for RenGo, honestly. It's looking good. Barracks now being built. Maybe now 3 gaps in the box though. Okay, so the Vs have arrived in the base, and there are 4 technicals, 3 RPGs to defend it. We'll probably like to see more technicals there from the demo. Not convinced it's enough. The game could end here, because the second supply there of Nur is being hit. Technicals move in for the big engagement. V's moved back so far. 1 technical dead. Another 1 injured. V's with very little damage taken so far, and this supply might go down. And a GLA on 1 supply against there, probably not the thing, and probably not the setup you need to beat the Air Force. Laserlock comes in here from RenGo's. Evac 2 MDs. They do go down though. 2 MDs for 1 technical. But RenGo has been chased out of the base, but he's taking out the second supply, so big economic damage there done to the GLA. GLA does not have the oils on the right either. Big technical pop on the main tunnel, but there's loads of Vs now, and he does have the tow upgrade, by the way. And I think that might be GG. Too bad of an engagement there for the technicals. RenGo should have finished them technicals there, honestly. Instead, he focused down on a worker on the side of the map that meant nothing. RenGo focuses down the pretty much only tunnel in the base. Arms dealer's now being hit. Don't know even where the technicals have gone. I think that's it. Yeah, GG. GG, well played. 2-2 goes the score. RenGo equalizes. Okay, jumping into the next map. We're on Forest of Camelot by TK Leo. We have Nur up in the north position with the China tank in the cyan. Down in the bottom left, you have RenGo with a GLA stealth in the pink color. So, 2 supplies for Nuh. Is there going to be a TNT from RenGo? Maybe a hijacker? So far, we haven't seen anything from that barracks, I don't think. He could either be upgrading the capture upgrade or building a hijacker. I have a feeling he's making a hijacker. Because I remember he was playing tank against stealth 15 years ago. And he likes to make an aggressive tunnel and tournament desert right in your face along with a hijacker. And that's exactly what he's doing here. But because the map's so long, though, that work is probably not going to get anything up. But that hijacker could be a game ender, you know, if he just steals a flamer and goes straight back into the base. It's a risk you take as the tank. Is he going to make a hijacker or not? Question is he going to get that one, or is he going to wait for another one? He steals a hijacker. Takes a second before turning around, entering the base. The second unit there from that war factory is a flamer. So that flamer can't stop this, but this GAT can, though. The technical straight down the middle from RenGo. As well to support Tech RPG. Takes out one GAT. Flamer and this RPG combo could end the game. It depends what the next unit is from there. Scaffold Deny comes in on the scrap. Flamer already killing the war factory. Tech RPG turns around to support against this GAT, and that war factory looks like it's going to go down. Flamer down in the bottom right. RenGo takes the aggression to Nur, and maybe is shutting this game down in one of the quickest games we've seen. It's the problem if you make 2 flamers or 3 flamers to open. Very bad news. Both supplies are getting wrecked, one by a super tech and one by a flamer. This is a very, very quick victory for RenGo by the looks of things. Down at the bottom right, this flamer might be able to get in and cause some damage. He's got to get past that tunnel though, but meanwhile Nur has no collection at all. There's another worker now in the base. Worker over here building a supply. That flamer needs to get in and kill basically everything to stand any kind of a chance, I think. Like, if that flamer just gets stopped here, there's no chance really. There is a flamer from the top though, that gets stopped. Flamer from here might get past the tunnel. Does get past the tunnel, but will it have time to kill the war factory though? The flame wall needs to be instant. Nah, what are you doing, man? I think he's paying attention in his base. Chasing the super tech. RenGo now with a big pop of quads. Can Nur hold that? No. The answer is no. He quits. GG, well played. 3-2 for RenGo. Okay, jumping into the next match, we now have RenGo up in the top right with a GLA... Sorry, bottom left. No, wait, what am I talking about? RenGo is in the top right. RenGo in the top right with the yellow China tank. And down in the bottom left, we have Nur with the GLA Stealth in the cyan color. Okay, interesting. RenGo is actually going for a barracks first as the tank. A little bit unorthodox, but what he's done there is actually messed up his chances of getting a perfect supply placement. See, he's had to build it at an angle. There's still a chance he might get a perfect supply placement, but he's reduced his chances, let's say. Red guards are out. How many oils is he going to go for? I think 2. Okay, near with the tunnel at the top, tunnel in the mid. It's under pressure here to equalize. You don't want to go 4-2 down because then RenGo's only 1 away from a victory. So, yeah, Nur needs to equalize here. RenGo getting the bottom right oil, getting the one in his base. There is a terrorist straight down the middle, actually. Is RenGo going to spot it? He does spot it. Is he going to kill any trucks, though? He's going to be close. Yeah, trucks escape just in time. Tech RPG comes in. Damages a GAT, but it also takes some damage itself. But the secondary GAT is coming. Chase this technical out of the base, and RenGo's now got a 2 oil lead until this one comes in. Now it's 2-1 in terms of the oils. Okay, RenGo now expanding to a... Or, sorry, not expanding, but building a second war factory in his base. Oil down in the bottom right. And taken out. No, wants to grab that middle oil for himself. I'm surprised we haven't seen a rebel place down there. He does have one in his base, so I think he plans to do that, but plans to capture it. No, might lose his RPGs here though. Loses 2. 2 or 3 went down there. That tunnel needs to be cancelled. Not sure if it was. No, trying to hold this position. I think if the stealth holds this position, it's really difficult to break later on as the tank. But now is the greatest chance for the tank to push through, whilst there's only like 1 tunnel here, and whilst that's not captured, and more tunnels. Yeah, no, building tunnels everywhere. He likes his quads and his tunnels, doesn't he? He's very experienced in that against the infantry on Canyon Frost, we saw. Okay, Gat's in a bit of a bad engagement because there's so many RPGs here. So Flamer and the outpost, along with the Gats, chased away for now. Flamer goes down. Technical gets some scrap, gets a grenade tech. No, he's establishing quite a presence on the map. Look at all these tunnels in the middle. He's got that oil. He's getting the top left. And he's getting the bottom right. RenGo's dropping down a bunker as tank. Like, the tank hunters are so expensive. I don't know if it's the best way to spend any money, honestly. I would prefer, if you've got the money to burn, make a prop and ECMs start pushing these areas. Build another war factory if you really have that much cash. RenGo maybe wants to push in the middle. Quad RPG push here is going to send this running away for RenGo. A lot of Gats sent to support though. He doesn't have the chain guns, but either way he should still wreck these quads really because he's got the veteran C as the Gats. And as they spin up, they do a lot more damage, I think, than the quads are standard. But a big thing about the Gats is actually getting them to the spun up stage. If they stay spun up, like if you control fire to ground, for example, and then take a fight, they remain spun up. And can cause more damage more quickly. A good tactic against like no eco and stuff like that. RPG's left alive a little bit too long to take out a Battle Master. It's important because that's a 200 XP boost. It might be the difference between getting level 3 a few minutes earlier or not. Extra bounty money, all that kind of stuff. Battle Bus looks like it's being prepared the way he's pulling so many RPGs at once. Big quad pop though, but that was a immense Fargo pop. Hell of a lot of units gone down there. And RenGo secures this whole position. You see, that bunker wasn't needed. Your units are strong enough to push that. If you planned on pushing it anyway, I think he was more drawn into this fight though, wasn't he? More reactive. But actually, we've got Emperors on the scene. Did not expect to see Emperors. Typically, because they're so slow and can be sniped by the Jarman, don't always see them so often, but they are only $1,900, so they're so strong. Yeah, the problems are they're slow and can be sniped by Jarman and then stolen. And then if the stealth gets a couple of overlords for himself, Emperors, then yeah, that's problematic. They are an insane tank. Okay, Battle Busters continue to pop. I'm not sure it's the best engagement. bottom against 2 Emperors. You want to come in from the side, really, or like, let's say them Emperors are, like, fighting here against this tunnel. Then the Battle Busters can come in from behind and maybe take them out. When there's no ECM, by the way. But just running one Battle Bus into their mouth, or teeth, or whatever, into the meat grinder, probably not the best use of a Battle Bus. But RenGo continue his slow grind down the middle of the map. He has got outposts and GATs now, which is the anti-Jarman. He's not interested in getting that Overlord anytime soon. He's happy to get it in 5 minutes' time. By popping a tank hunter on the other side of the mountain. But I think, based on that bus micro we just saw from Nur, where he just wasted it, and knowing that his strength is just spamming quads, he probably ain't going to be able to hold this. The Emperors. And RenGo's also established a supply in the bottom right. Again, I'm not really too keen on the bunker, honestly. Plane from RenGo. Is that going to be mines? I think it is mines. Mines on the bridge. Artillery from RenGo as well, up in the top left position. Yeah, Nur desperately has to hold the top left position because he's lost the mid and he's lost the bottom right. Battle Bus pops, takes out one gap. Artillery comes in, kills one of the quads on the tunnel that was being built. Battle Bus pops again, but immediately goes down to these Emperors. And yeah, this combo of units for RenGo, I think he's finding a lot of success with it, to be honest. Jarman Kell has been found. Is he going to get sniped? Himself, yeah. Gets picked off, rather, not sniped. Another Overlord got sniped, but Outpost quickly recovers it. And it does look like Nur's going to lose this top left position. Another Battle Bus is sent singly by itself. Do not understand the single Battle Bus is just sent to the meat grinder. A better thing to do would be, if you know the main army's here and you can't take the fight, push with 3 Battle Buses down the middle. Okay, maybe not. But push somewhere. Like, you could push to the middle, kill that supply. If you see a big army, you could argue 3 Battle Buses might be able to take that. But if you see a big army, go around it. If you can't take that fight, just go on base trade or something. You could argue that Jarman Kell should have better micro as well. Looks like this Battle Bus actually will kill an Emperor. RenGo not paying attention for a second there. Almost lost 2 Emperors. Another wave for RenGo. He's loving these bunkers, by the way. Still the mines in the middle. Yeah, RenGo in a really good position. Maybe he should do Napalm MiGs as well if he has the cash. Don't know if he does have the cash though. Because if these busters were being used correctly, they would come in from a different angle. Maybe you could go around that bunker once you've killed it. Maybe they could go through the middle. And Napalm MiGs is usually the answer at the top level to the buses. Like a tank with Napalm MiGs is really, really difficult to beat. Yeah, on a big map, just going ground usually doesn't quite cut it at top level. Okay, so RenGo secured the mid, bottom right, and top left. Looking very, very cozy. Cozy position to be in. Another barracks being built by Nur. This base is all quite compact, so maybe an EMP or a carpet later on might cause some damage. Artillery as well. Don't know if we've seen artillery. Oh yeah, we have. We saw artillery up here. RenGo's going to be on 1, 2, 3, 4 supplies just in the mid. He does like his funky place supplies though. I don't quite understand that. Still worth building a perfect supply, even 12 minutes into the game, trust me. More and more Emperors. A big line of tunnels in Nur's base. And RenGo is going to try and outcamp the stealth with tank, but he has all of the maps, so maybe you can. Battle bus here is going to run into the bunker. How many RPGs inside of that bunker, though? Only one. So you see those 3 battle buses that I talked about earlier when they were just sending them one at a time to their death. 3 could have pushed here, cleared that bunker, snuck past, gone into the base and done some big damage. Steps on the mines, though. I think he knew the mines were there because there's been an explosion there. I think he could have seen that. He's trying to rescue his RPGs. No MiGs out, so they won't get picked off anytime soon, but there is a GAT chasing them, though. Although it is stuck behind an Emperor. It's not having its best day, is it? Bit of traffic today. Traffic today, boys. Stuck behind an Emperor on the bridge. Artillery coming in. Flamer going to try and take out this oil. No napalm. Artillery... Oh! Gets a battle bus and almost the oil. He just needs to one-tap the oil now. That's the problem. Now, RenGo's pushing into quite a difficult position. Jean Monkel snipes the Emperor. Just set off a bunch of the mines. But RenGo can just get that back. It's quite a difficult position. Normally, you wouldn't like any army pushing into that. But RenGo does have the cash. And he does have really meaty units, which are the Emperors and the ECMs. And that combo of Emperors, ECM, especially with the Gatling cannons, supported by Helixes as well, by the way, probably will be able to break through this brute force style. And Nur's being defeated. Ah, man. He goes 4-2 down, so RenGo just needs one more now for the victory to proceed to round number 2. Okay, jumping into the next match. Nur up in the top now with the GLA Tox. It's a good army to get yourself back into this. Been 2 games behind now. He needs to win 3 in a row. But he's playing on the north position on Snowy Drought. Nur. Down in the south, we've got RenGo with a China tank with the blue color. So you're expecting a 1-1 matchup here, which for Nur is actually bad news, even though he should win this one. Not unwinnable as tank, it's still doable, just very difficult. Because you've got a really strong campy faction with the strong tunnels versus a aggressive tank with no long range units, and hackers are useless as tank, so they're expensive. You've got 2 supplies on Snowy Drought down in the south. You've got 2 supplies on the north position as well, exactly the same. Then you've got your 3rd supply here, which is a little bit more exposed. Still very possible to get. Yeah, very nice map, Snowy Drought. Very, very popular. I think, did I say it before? It's like the most popular map currently. 2 supplies, 2 war factories from RenGo. Probably don't expect a lot else. Maybe you could do a 3rd supply. Sorry, to do a supply here from the beginning with a truck rush and a gap, maybe. Goes a little bit too close to terrorists for my liking there, but it does take it out regardless. Tech RPG is going to be the first attack probably from Nur. Just 2 RPGs inside there. Oh no, it's full actually. It is full. But it can't really do much because there's so many gats around. But this dozer's just running into its death, isn't it? Nur decides he doesn't want to punish it. Evac's way too far away from the dozer. Flamer on the right hand side. It's going to flush out that bunker. Psych RPG. It's going to try and take out the Flamer. Claymore begins. 1 RPG dead. Flamer will get taken out by the Scorpions. This Gat might be running to his death. Does take out a worker. Does scrape by, but it's got very low HP. Tech RPG over on the left-hand side. Does take out a unit. That would be an outpost that it just took out. Could also pick off that. But actually decides to just run away. The Gat has actually snuck through, and there's no secondary tunnel here to defend these workers. Here, that Gat's going to get all the way through, kill a load of workers. Okay, Gat gets cleared. Technical again on the left-hand side. Is that a super tech? I think it is. Could cause some big problems there for RenGo. RenGo looks like he's preparing a Helix. Can see an airfield. 5 tank guns is being prepared. Super tech coming in. Taking a bit of damage to the Gat, but does unload all of his RPGs. Takes out the Gat. Does a bit of damage to a truck. Helix is out, and are there any quads? I'm not sure I've seen any quads. I think it's mainly Scorpions, isn't it, that Ner's been making? It's not even a full tunnel at that. Always want to maintain at least a full tunnel for GLA. Pretty much as a general rule across any matchup, any stage in the game. Unless like really weird late game scenarios where you don't have any cash. But yeah, not being prepared for a Helix might actually cost him the World Series here. It's wrecking a lot of Scorpions. Going to take out this tunnel. Tech RPG is still alive, but only the first quad made now. RenGo's going to clear up a lot of map control and gain a big advantage here. Clearing this tunnel next, over on the left-hand side. Second quad is out. A Stinger being deployed in the base. And over here on the right. Tunnel gets cleared on the left. RenGo... Oh, he's still got to worry about the super tech, which has actually come in for a bit of a counter-attack. Might pull the attention of the Helix, which it does. Stinger sight here is a little bit exposed, going to go and take some damage. Maybe even go down as well. The Scorpion rocket is in play. Flame wall begins to go to work. Helix coming in. And RenGo might have done it, you know. RenGo in a really good situation. He's only got 1 quad to worry about now. And he's clearing this position. Then he's going to be on 3 supplies against the Toxers, just 2. Ner might be on an oil soon, though. Super Tech takes out one of the Flamers. Tunnel trying to survive. It's taking a lot of damage, though. Another Flamer coming in. Actually, 2 more Flamers coming in. Bit messy for RenGo. He is still losing units, but I suppose against the Tox, you're going to lose units no matter what, really. Yeah, a lot of quads now, but the Helix forces him to make quads, which are then pretty weak against Battle Masters and Flamers and Gats. And expensive as well, like 750 a piece for the Tox. RenGo going to kill some workers here as well. Super Tech comes in. Putting some good work, that Super Tech, to be fair. Really good work. All the workers at the top left are killed, though. More Helix is now in play. Does run into a pretty full tunnel, though. Helix is now heading towards the top left. Actually, maybe into the base. Oh, finds the Jarman, actually. Jarman's now stealth. Barracks gets cleared. Flamer probably going to take out some more workers. Ner does have his oil and refinery, whereas RenGo does not. That's one advantage there for Ner. If he can somehow stabilize, he is technically still on 3 supplies. Only collecting on 2 workers on his main, though. That one is idle. That one now going to help out. But yeah, only 1 worker here. No workers here currently because it keeps getting attacked. So Ner economically isn't in a bad way, whereas RenGo's got like 7k in the bank. But RenGo does need to get his... oil and refinery. There's no reason why he can't drop down another barracks or just make some red guard from this one. He is doing it now. Just a bit late. 3 Helixes now out. Would like to see Subliminal Meshian for the Helixes. Increases the survivability. Doubles the healing rate. RenGo's completely cleared the supply now. Nur is in a bad way. The Battle Bus Micro that we saw in the previous game is not going to cut it here, I think. You're going to need to pull something better out of the bag, I think. It's not even full, the Battle Bus. Only 3 workers still collecting on top left. Flamer gets taken out. Another wave of flamers. I don't understand from RenGo where the Battlemaster ECM combo is with autoloaders, because that's really good against these tunnels. The tunnels really can't do anything against it. He's gone for flamers and helixes. Runs his helixes straight into a big quad pop. Loses 2 helixes. Nur will probably be happy with that engagement. Losing 2 helixes there for RenGo is massively expensive. And the flamers aren't going to achieve much either, so bit of a mishap there from RenGo, to put it lightly. Lost everything, actually. 1 helix escapes with quite a low HP. He is now level 3, though. Nur is not quite level 3. Artillery coming in on the top left position. Only 4 workers collecting. Is still not the greatest. You want like 6, 7. But artillery's going to wipe them all out anyway. I suppose the joke's on RenGo, isn't it? If you're only collecting on like 1 or 2 workers, the artillery comes in, it only kills 1 or 2 workers. So joke's on, joke's on the attacking player. But the supply goes down anyway. A fake market up in the top left. They're still in a bad way, you know, even though RenGo did that huge bad engagement. Lost 2 helixes and all them flamers. Yeah, I think he doesn't want to give away the XP. He doesn't want to make Vet 2 Battlemasters. I think that's it. But RenGo's floating like 9.2k now, so there's also not a problem with going Napalm MiGs now to counter these battle buses, or making additional helixes, or just spending your money, man. I don't agree. At any point in the World Series, anyone should be floating 10k. Unless you're like on a mega money map like Oil Rampage and physically don't need to. I mean, maybe RenGo doesn't need to. Maybe he has comfortably won this anyway. Oh, the helix is going to fly into another tunnel, though. They do. Quad pop, but it might be the worst pop ever because the helixes are already on top of them. Takes out 3 units, 2 of which are quads. Anthrax Gamma is now in play. Helix is coming back in for the kill on this tunnel. That helix needs to pull him back. RenGo does need some of them to mesh in. Yeah, you're right. Well, I'm right. Just talking to myself, don't mind that. Helixes continue to clear things up. There's a battle bus pop, though. Might lose all of the elixirs again. He loses 2 elixirs. But I mean, a gamma bus is hard to stop anyway. But Nur continues to hold, but only just. RenGo floating 12k. RenGo's found a flamer inside of Nur's base. In the top right area, so the oil there is going to get taken down. The refinery needs to be the next target as well before the German snipes it. Yeah, big economic blow there for Nur. Flamer does turn around. Refinery taking some damage now too. Yeah, that was a big thing for Nur. RenGo's back on the Emperors. He does like an Emperor, apparently. Suppose they worked in the previous game. Why not make them again here? See if they work again. Battle bus micro once again. 1 battle bus gets picked off yet again. It's like we saw in the previous game. Kills a couple of units, but at this stage in the game, you need to be as efficient as possible. He's only got 1 market, 2 supplies. RenGo's even brought a dozer, wants to be on his 4th supply. Should be able to clear this line of tunnels, and yeah, RenGo might be doing it here. His tank against GLA just seems to be a level better than NER. Does make you think sometimes that, obviously it's random and reverse. In this tournament, it does make you think, if it wasn't tank and GLA 4 times in a row, would RenGo still be going through? If it was like, I don't know, a matchup that NER's really good at, like USA versus China, for example, something like that. Could be looking at a different winner or not, but that's why you've got to be prepared for all matchups. At some point, you're going to end up playing everything. NER's back on the mass quads, and he's found some success. Took out 1 licks. The rest of them are gonna run away. RenGo expanding to his 4th supply. But NER's run out of cash on his main. He's dropping down some markets to get some income. But the artillery's coming in for RenGo. He's level 4. Battle bus trying to get some stuff done, but once again, it's just 1 battle bus by itself. I have a feeling it's going to get picked off at some point. Artillery comes in, kills a tunnel, and a lot of the palace. So RenGo might be able to push now. Palace and arms dealer are vulnerable now, I think. NER cancels his real market. The fake market has had the worker pulled off it or something. But NER is in a very desperate situation. If that palace cracks, then yeah, I mean, it's bad anyway, even with the palace up. And pretty much next to no units. He does have more units inside of there, though.
You have reached a higher rank.
But yeah, arms dealer going down. Flamer is still idle there, just been sniped earlier. But RenGo is looking minutes away from progressing to round number 2 here against NER. Looking like he's going to make it a 5-2 scoreline. Battle bus goes down again. And that's got to be it, surely. How many units has he got left now? He's got a few units inside of his tunnel, like maybe like... Is that 5 quads? 5 or 4 quads, something like that. GG, well played. RenGo will progress. Yeah, well played there to NER. Consider I never heard of him. I actually think he put up a good fight. I think RenGo struggled maybe a little bit too much for my liking. So if he does go up against an expert next, I think Marikar's waiting in the next round for whoever progressed here. So yeah, I think RenGo might get a little bit wrecked by Marikar. But you let me know what you think in the comments. GG, well played, and see you in the next one.